What's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Does Boxing. All right, in this video, we're gonna play the politic game. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna everything in this video is basically just hearsay and just a rumor, innuendo. It's nothing official, so I'm just gonna throw that out there first for a disclaimer. All right, so just this morning, we heard that Abner Mares may have suffered an injury and might be off the fight against Gervonta Tank Davis on February the 9th next week. So roughly 9 to 10 days, right? So I'm just brainstorming to see if this is true, what would be the replacement opponent. So I just been thinking about it, looking at the undercard, looking at the rankings, and this is what I came up with. So of course we got Tank Davis. He's a star in the making. He's making his title defense, his first title defense of the WBA title, that he won last year, April, when he stopped Cuellar. We all remember that fight. It was a dynamic performance by him. He put on the show, and he's supposed to be taking on his biggest name opponent, Abner Mares. So let's say Abner Mares is out. Now, my first pick would be Javier Fortuna. All right, we all remember Javier Fortuna, former 130-pound champion. He's actually on this card. That's what made me come to this conclusion the most. He's on this card. He's supposed to fight Sharif Bourgray, the African fighter, signed with TMT. So a little bit of politics about Fortuna. Fortuna is highly ranked in the WBC at 135. I think he's number 4. He was ordered to fight a Russian fighter named Adilavlev, something like that. Forgive me on the pronunciation. But the same Russian fighter fought Hank Lundy last year in September. He's the WBC silver champion at 135. So the WBC, they recently updated their mandatories that they made in September. They updated it in January. If you go back and look at it, Fortuna was ordered to fight the Russian fighter for the a title eliminator to fight Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell is the WBC mandatory lightweight. All right, mandatory for Mikey, because Mikey is the champion, but we all know what he's doing right now. Okay, so this is me just playing matchmaker / whatever, hardcore boxing fan. To me, it makes sense to fight Fortuna for Tank late short notice, because you can take that WBC ranking at 135. Now we all know that Tank and Fortuna, they struggled to make weight. Tank, he struggled to make weight versus Leon Wash, and he struggled to make weight against Fonseca, and we all know that he blows up in between fights. Fortuna, he fell weight against Robert Easter. We all remember that fight. So, that's just me brainstorming. Now, Javier Fortuna, he's coming off a tough outing versus Granados on the Earl Spence undercard last year in June. It was a tough fight, competitive fight, but then Fortuna fell out the ring and hit his head and suffered a concussion. Now, a lot of people think he took a dive, which may be true. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go with the side that he didn't, because he was ordered to fight for the title eliminator. And if he's not ready, I don't think his team would be like, you know what, I accept that. Because if y'all know anything about the WBC convention, the promoters for the fighter would be there too. So if their fighter is not ready, then they will let them know, well, can you schedule it this time or this time? Or maybe this fight that he was having on this card right here was a stay busy fight, just to get ready down the road for that title eliminator. Now, the reason why I'm saying that Tank should take this fight at 135 and take his ranking is because you have to remember the history. In just his last fight, he won the WBA super title, and Alberto Machado was already the super champion. They demoted Machado to the regular champion and promoted Tank to the super champion. So my thinking got the wheels going. Tank has the promotional background with Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe. They've been there, done that. They've been in the game for a minute. It's easy. It's not a far-fetched thing to think that they can't fight at lightweight and bypass all that other stuff they're trying to do because he is an up-and-coming star. If he beat Fortuna at lightweight, they can make it a WBC title eliminator, and the winner of that can face Luke Campbell for Mikey's WBC title once when he fights Spence. Now that's that's my little spill on that. That's what I think may happen. I'm not sure. It's not 100% sure that Mares is actually out of the fight. I know yesterday Mares was supposed to have a media day workout, but he canceled it. Didn't give no reason. He just canceled it. And there's rumors that he was at the doctor trying to get checked out and trying to get cleared. So, more news to come. But y'all heard it here first. If Mares is out of the fight, don't be surprised if Tank fights Javier Fortuna. Now, I know all the politics aside, it might not be that WBC stuff on the line, but I would picture that fight would be at the catchweight. Because last time Javier Fortuna, he struggled to make 135, so he fought Granados at 140 his last fight. So I would say if he can make 135 and Tank move up, and Tank have problems with weight too, it makes sense to me. We'll see what happens. But that's my little rundown for you guys. Hopefully you find this informative, and that you can probably dip into the politics side of things, because I know a lot of boxing fans don't like the politics because they don't understand it, because it is confusing, but it actually makes sense once you take a step back. You know what I'm saying? Because if you pay attention, every time PBC put on a card, they always have a replacement on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? Like with the Charlo brothers, they had 2 replacements. Y'all probably don't know. We know about Matt Carvalho. He was a replacement when Willie tested positive. But you also had Terrell Goucher. If something would happen with Jamel or Tony Harrison, Goucher would have stepped in and fought one of them guys. So, what I'm saying? That's why I always pay attention to the undercards. I always pay attention to the politics and the rankings around the division. That way, I don't be blindsided as a boxing fan. I like to be ahead of the game instead of behind it. And if I give an educated guess and I'm wrong, okay, so be it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you might be on to something, and I think I'm on to something right here, because you gotta look at it. The arena, the venue is sold out. Tank sold that out, so it's not a good move to just cancel the whole card altogether when you got a sellout crowd of maybe 8,000, 9,000. Plus they adding extra seats to the venue. It's gonna be standing room only, so I don't see them canceling this card. So once again, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Just picking my brain a little bit about this whole situation. Like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll be back with another one.